Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I am so excited for today's video because I've discovered a new foundation that has blown my mind. I talked about this foundation in my previous Walmart online haul, and I asked you guys if you wanted to see a review or demo over it, and so many of you commented and said that you want to see that. So this is the LA Girl Pro Coverage HD Illuminating Foundation, and I'm briefly going to be talking about the white shade in the foundation. This is the white foundation mixer, just because I got a shade way too dark in the foundation, so I have to use the white foundation mixer to make it match my skin tone. I picked up both of these at walmart.com. The white shade was $6.92 and the skin tone shade was $5.59, so very affordable. But they also have this on the LA Girl website, which is lagirlusa.com, and it's $10, but on Ulta it is $8.99, and right now they're actually having a buy one get one 40% off sale. So if you wanted to pick up one or two shades, that would probably be the better way to go, but they don't have as many shades on ulta.com. So on the LA Girl website and walmart.com there are 16 shades, and on the Ulta website there are 7 shades including the white foundation mixer. So I'm not really sure why they don't carry the entire line. So it says pro coverage, high definition, long wearing, illuminating liquid foundation is ideal for a flawless looking full coverage finish. Lightweight formula is comfortable for all day wear, and it also says it's a paraben free formula with added antioxidants to help hydrate and improve the skin's appearance. So before we get started, I do have normal oily combination skin. I'm more oily in my T-zone, but I really don't ever have a big problem with getting super shiny or oily throughout the day. The only time I have that problem is with certain foundations. I do not get shiny or oily at all throughout the day with this. This holds up so beautifully and so well on my skin all day long. The only thing I've done to my skin is tone, and I've moisturized. And I'm also going to be testing out one more variable because lately I've been using a new primer mist. I've been wearing this under the foundation and it is worn so beautifully. And the biggest reason why I'm testing the primer mist against just a regular old primer is because I don't know if the foundation is wearing so well because the primer mist is so thin. It's literally like spraying a layer of water on your face. You're not adding an extra layer of product really. Whereas sometimes with a primer like this, your skin has a tendency to look more cakey or heavy, especially if you apply too much. So yeah, I'm basically just going to test all the variables and see what is really the culprit of why this looks so good on my skin. So I'm going to be applying the foundation with my Real Technique sponge. This is already dampened, but like I said, I'm in the shade Nude Beige. This is way too dark for me. But online the swatch looked pretty light. That's not very accurate. So it does come with a cap and a really nice pump. I love this pump. It's so easy to control how much product you get out. So I'm going to go ahead and apply the primer mist on this side and the regular primer on this side. So one thing I don't like about this e.l.f. primer mist is that the sprayer is so harsh. I hate it. Look how hard it comes out. It's like, ugh. But I'm gonna try to cover up my eyes and just get my forehead and my face. So I'm just gonna rub this in. You don't have to rub it in, I don't think, but I like to just to evenly disperse it. So on this side of my face, I'll be using the Flower in Your Prime Perfecting Primer, which is one of my favorite Holy Grail primers. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and pump out some product on the back of my hand. And this foundation goes such a long way. Like I don't have to use nearly as much product as what I'm used to. I'm gonna go in with the white foundation mixer and just squirt a little bit in there and just kind of eyeball it. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go with that. So I'm just gonna smear some all over my face. This is very full coverage. I'm actually extremely shocked at how full coverage it is. You guys know I've been breaking out really bad lately, and I have worn this when I've had more active breakouts. I don't really have a whole lot to cover up today, but trust me, this is a full coverage foundation, and it's full coverage very fast. And the biggest test for me as far as coverage goes is right back here where I have a lot of discoloration, a lot of recovering breakouts, and this is where I see fading the fastest. And with this foundation, I don't notice any fading throughout the day. And usually I have my makeup on for about 10 hours. It's usually from like 7:30 in the morning to about 5 o'clock in the evening. So my days are pretty long. So for this kind of foundation to hold up that well, it says a lot. So I have a little bump up here. It's pretty red. I have a bump over here too, but I want you guys to see how well this covers. The formula is so easy to blend out. I guess it's kind of more like a middle of the road consistency. Like it's not too thick and it's not too thin or watery. And like I said, you don't have to use a whole lot of product to get a full coverage and to cover your entire face. So really I would be okay with this amount, but I'm just gonna go back in with just a little bit more, literally just the tiniest amount. And like I said, this pump is so easy to control. You don't have to use a whole lot. And I just mixed that little amount together. I'm just gonna go into the center of my face and blend this outward. It has a very, very pretty glowy finish, but it's not too glowy, like it's not dewy to the point of looking greasy or oily. It just makes your skin look so radiant and healthy. And another thing I want to mention is that my pores look so much smaller. So right now both sides look the exact same as far as like the primer goes, but that is what it looks like right now. It is 12:25. I wanted to start this video sooner, but I had other videos and stuff to do. So I'm gonna go off camera and finish up the rest of my face, and I'll come back and show you guys what it looks like with a full face of makeup. Okay, so I'm back with the rest of my face on, so I'm gonna go ahead and zoom you guys in and show you what it looks like up close. It just looks super poreless and just very flawless and airbrushed. So yeah, I am very, very pleased with how it looks on my skin. It just looks so glowy. And yes, I did use setting powders that kind of mattified it a little bit, but I do feel like a little bit of that glow and radiance is still coming through. Ignore the highlight over there, that's not the foundation, but I'm gonna try to shoot for at least 8 o'clock, and that will show you guys what it looks like after working out in the heat and the sweating and all that stuff that I don't like to do with makeup on. Hey guys, so I wanted to do a quick check-in. It is now 6:25. So I've had this on for 6 hours, and I'm just about to head out to the gym, so I wanted to show you guys what it looked like right before I went to the gym so I can show you what it looks like after the gym. Everything looks very, very good right now. There's no fading, nothing looks cakey. I will say that this isn't the type of foundation that feels like you're not wearing anything. I mean, it does feel pretty lightweight, but it is more of a dewy, radiant finish, so you are gonna feel it on your skin. And there are certain places on my skin where it feels more tacky, almost like the oil in my skin is kind of pushed through the foundation and it's just kind of getting a little bit more oily, I guess, but it doesn't look oily anywhere. I'm not oiling my T-zone or anything, and I haven't noticed any part of my face getting shiny with this foundation. But I'll be back in probably about an hour and a half, around 8 or 9 o'clock, and show you guys how it's held up throughout the day. So I will see you guys at the end of the night. Okay guys, so I'm back for my final check-in of the night. It is now 8:46, we'll say 8:45. So I've had this on since 12:30, we'll say, so over 8 hours. I think it's a pretty good wear test. Just got done from the gym and working out and stuff. I sweat, I worked hard, worked on my karate moves. The foundation and my face makeup in general looks so good right now, and everything on top of the foundation is held up very, very well. As you can see, it hasn't really lost a lot of its intensity. I mean, there may be a tiny bit of fading in my bronzer region, but it's faded off very evenly, and it doesn't look like, oh look, there's a spot, there's a spot. My pores still look very, very small. My face still looks pretty flawless. Nothing has settled. There's no redness around my nose or anything. And keep in mind, I just did like an hour and a half workout where I sweat profusely, and it was very, very humid and hot in the building. I think the longevity is absolutely incredible because, I mean, this is 8 hours of wear and it's still going very strong. So I think we could push it for a few more hours without fading and it would still look hella good. So who is this foundation going to be good for? Obviously, if you have dry skin, you're absolutely going to love it. If you have normal skin, you'll be able to wear it. And if you have combination skin like me, I do think you'll be able to pull this off because, as you can see, there's no shine, no grease. It looks very even. Now, if you have extremely oily skin and you have the regular problem of getting very greasy and shiny throughout the day, this may not work for you. I have watched a couple reviews of people who have more oily skin than I have, and they say it looks really good in the beginning when they first apply it, but as the day goes on they start looking more oily and shiny. But I do not blot, I do not powder throughout the day. I don't do any kind of extra steps to make sure my makeup stays in place. So yeah, if you decide to try this foundation out, please let me know in the comments below what your experience is with it and what kind of skin you have. I am so pleased to say that this has become one of my favorite foundations. This is probably top 3. It's very rare that a new foundation hits the top 10 chart. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching and hanging out with me today. Thumbs up if you like this video, subscribe, follow me on all my social media. All the links are below. If you're interested in seeing how to get the eye look that I've been wearing in this video, I did do a tutorial on it and it will be linked in the description box below and at the end of this video, so make sure you click the box with my face in it. So I hope you guys have a beautiful day. Mwah.